Stepping on the Dun Tianxua, Luo Feng rushes to the number 12 ancient relic at the fastest speed. At the same time, 19 smart planes set sail from the base, loaded with different equivalent nuclear bombs, ready to launch a general attack on the Golden Horn monster. At this time, the Golden Horn monster is attacking a war base in the wilderness. These intelligent fighters appear in the activity area of the Golden Horn monster in the roar of the jet of flames, as flashes of light go across the sky. 18 of these 19 fighters are cannon fodder. In a bid to cover the trump card, the intelligent fighter loaded with 150 million tons of hydrogen bombs. This kind of tactics really works. At first, when the Golden Horn monster beholds the attack of these intelligent fighters, it would always put on a combat posture and be ready to use long-range attack to blow them down. As a result, the explosions caused by these fighter planes doesn't work on the Golden Horn monster at all. Gradually, it begins to relax its guard and let these fighter planes detonate around it. This kind of attack is no big deal for him, with no scratches on its scales left. Finally, the 11th intelligent fighter plane sweeps to the belly of the Golden Horn. It is an extremely old and inconspicuous fighter plane, loaded with 150 million tons of hydrogen bombs. At this moment, a sudden silence fell in the whole Ares palace, and planet-level experts are holding their breaths with their eyes fixed on the real-time image sent back by the satellite. With a loud bang, under the expectant eyes of countless people, this old fighter plane causes a shocking explosion when it is 10 meters away from the belly of the Golden Horn monster. A shocking mushroom cloud suddenly rises into the sky. The terrible heat wave obliterates all the surrounding scenes. The huge force tears the earth and leaves the rivers evaporated. Even people at the other end of the earth can feel the slight tremor of the ground. The high level of the Ares palace are all staring at the screen with their mouths open. Obviously, they are also shocked by the terrible power of 150 million tons of hydrogen bombs. After a short shock, the battle room erupts with overwhelming cheers. They assume that the Golden Horn monster could not bear such damage and must have been blown to pieces. However, a powerful roar freezed the smiles of all the people in the Ares palace, and then confusion and amazement appeared on their faces. As the fire wave in the picture gradually dissipates, the figure of the Golden Horn monster reappears in front of everyone. At this time, the breath of the Golden Horn monster is visibly weakened, with large parts of its scales broken, and explosions blow a wound on the abdomen with blood gushing out. Although it has withstood the damage of 150 million tons of hydrogen bombs, it gets seriously injured. The Golden Horn's scarlet eyes seem to be burning with anger, and its deafening roar shows its incomparable anger. Seeing this picture, people in the Ares palace immediately fall into despair. Unexpectedly, they not only fail to kill the Golden Horn monster, but also completely anger the monster. There is no doubt that the Earth will suffer more bloody revenge from the Golden Horn monster. Luo Feng also learns from the satellite watch that the battle has failed. Unresigned, he clenches his fist, his forehead bulging. After a brief loss, Luo Feng's eyes become deep again. He will make it to the number 12 ancient relic as soon as possible to make the last effort for human survival. In the central area of the Pacific Ocean, Luo Feng comes to the top of the coordinate of number 12 ancient relics. Without a pause, he summons Moyanting battle armor and dives into the seabed as fast as he can. Luo Feng senses a strange smell as he makes all the way down to the seabed 5,000 meters away. He breaks a submarine rock, and a dilapidated and magnificent cosmic battleship come into sight. Luo Feng takes a deep breath. He knows that the warship in front of him is the number 12 ancient relic that human beings has not yet set foot on. There have been countless military men who had come here to explore, even including those planet-level experts. However, none of them succeed, and all of them are buried here. Babata, blinking her eyes, suddenly exclaims, "Luo Feng, we are right. This is the place." She knows the ship in front of her, which is once shot down by her master Hianbo, and is also the mothership of a fleet. Hearing this, Luo Feng could almost hear his heart beating wildly. He is extremely eager to find an alien weapon to end the human catastrophe. Luo Feng steps into the damaged battleship in a rather nervous state. After a search, Babata finds a well-preserved X-81 spaceship in the mothership, which is a very common combat spaceship in the universe. It is equipped with weapons that can kill the 7-level stellar-level experts. Hearing Babata's explanation, Luo Feng is overjoyed. With excitement, he controls the flying knife to launch an attack, trying to break the gate of the X-81 spaceship and find the advanced weapons inside. However, Luo Feng finds that the strength of the gate in front of him is far beyond his imagination, and he can't even break the fragment of red copper he found. Finally, with the help of Babata, Luo Feng manages to enter the interior of the spacecraft by using the technological equipment of Yunemo planet. Stepping into it, Luo Feng is startled by a sharp alarm before he can catch his breath. The human planet-level spiritual master broke in. "Kill him," a mechanical voice sounds, and 3 silver-white robots are activated at the moment of Luo Feng breaking in. Their mechanical pupils are firmly locked in Luo Feng, and their bodies flash with red light. They are the defense robots inside the spacecraft. Once it is invaded by foreign enemies, they will be activated. With a whoosh, a robot takes the lead in launching an attack on Luo Feng. To Luo Feng's surprise, the seemingly clumsy robot in front of him is extremely fast. Almost in a blink of an eye, it flashes in front of Luo Feng. With no time to dodge, Luo Feng can only wave his arm to block it. With a dull crash, Luo Feng's body is bounced several meters away. Even with the covering of Moyan armor, his arms still felt burning pain. At the same time, the other two robots also take action. They are like three streamers of light, constantly attacking Luo Feng. With a series of bangs going on, Luo Feng is forced to retreat, his face growing grim. While trying to avoid the attack of robots, he motivates his mental power to attack these robots using the fragments of red copper. After a moment, Luo Feng is driven to despair. He realizes that the robots in front of him are made of the same metal material as the previous ship gate. With his current strength, he can't break through his hard defense. Babada, think of a way. Luo Feng shouts. He has already used his trump card. These robots still leave him helpless. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm trying, says Babada, her voice dripped with anxiety, and her oval face is gloomy. She doesn't expect that there are such difficult robots sleeping in spaceship that has crashed for thousands of years. With a worried look, Babada keeps tapping on the virtual keyboard, trying to find a way to solve the current situation. On Luo Feng's side, he can only move around in the middle of the sky anxiously and try to play for time. Yet, these three robots are not only difficult to deal with, but also intelligent and can cooperate with each other to attack Luo Feng. Just as Luo Feng narrowly escapes two robots, the third robot is charging at Luo Feng with its iron fist an inch away from his face. With such a powerful force, if Luo Feng is hit in the front, his head will explode like a watermelon. At this critical juncture, all of a sudden, the three robots remain motionless as if they don't work anymore. The iron fist froze in front of Luo Feng's head. Luo Feng, I've kept them in check. Babada's voice sounds. Hearing this, Luo Fengkai, who's scared out of his wits, slumps on the ground and breathes a long sigh of relief. After having a narrow escape, Luo Feng, with a pale complexion, turns to Babada and asks her why she could control these robots. Babatayan raises her snow-white chin and explains that these metal robots are operated by wireless signals with a proud look. She just hacked into the control system of the spacecraft and cracked its transmission signal device. Having said that, Babada straightens her chest with a triumphant look. Seeing Babada's proud and lovely expression, Luo Feng shakes his head, a helpless smile flashing across his lips.